Welcome to the Pulse here tonight. The night before the big show here, Lions Roar 2. We have a slew of guests here in the back that you want to hear from them. We're going to find out. We're going to bring them on one by one. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start off first with the Soulfire champion, the Storyteller.
Storyteller, your Soulfire champion, defending at Lions Roar 2.
Oh, man, this guy is ready. We also got Toasterdamus.
Just about 24 hours now.
24 hours. We've got the legendary Tin Man.
Hello, hello, hello.
And we've got the Villain. And we also got Prince Blackheart. And we got Brick Johnson.
Great.
Hello, everybody. How we doing?
How we doing? Doing pretty good.
All right. Y'all ready for this big show? You know, I want to go into this because we actually got 3 people on this screen that will be fighting each other. I'm going to put you all at the top there. And I'm actually going to go through this because I want to start with the Tin Man. Tin Man, how big of a match is this for you? I mean, you've already put your career on the line.
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't call it my biggest match of my career. I wouldn't call it even the final match of my career because, I mean, what is 10 exactly? It's metal that can be bumped right back out anytime it gets a bruise or any kind of dent in it, bump right back out. So if for some chance I do lose, I guarantee you I will find a way back into this son of a bitch.
Okay. John, yeah, same question there. How big of a match is this for you, considering you also are putting your career on the line?
It's just any other ordinary match.
That thing on your shoulder, is it?
Couldn't even hear you. What'd you say?
I couldn't hear you.
Okay,
Break it
I
up.
said, Storyteller, how important is this match to you? Are you hitting across?
How important is this match to me? I mean, it means everything. After what I went through to get the Soulfire title, every match I have to defend it becomes everything to me because this thing represents everything of me. You know, and I think I laid out that story pretty clearly. My history with Soulfire. Who better to be the Soulfire champion than me right now? Tin Man. You know, you're right. Tin is a malleable metal. That also means it's soft. So I don't think your analogy works in this context because steel sharpens steel. You add tin to copper and it becomes bronze. So it doesn't mean really much of anything. Villain, you know, man, a few words, whatever. We'll see what happens after tomorrow.
Okay. Toasterdamus, how do you see this match going down? I mean, would you put your career on the line for a title shot?
Well, I mean, depending on the title, I guess. No?
What are you saying? The Soulfire title doesn't carry weight?
Did I say that? Did
You
I
insinuated that.
stutter? I didn't say that. I'm saying that I have something to worry about. You have something to worry about, which is that belt. And I have something else on my mind, the Pure Heart Championship. That's been on my mind more than anything. So excuse me if I'm not worrying about the Soulfire Championship so much right now. But to answer Quack's question, I was going to go for you in the match, but since you want to talk up to me, I changed my vote.
I beat you when I was crazy, Toasterdamus.
No.
All right.
Okay.
And that match actually means a lot. That means a lot to what's happening tomorrow night. That match made me realize what HSP is all about. That was a learning experience from me. I listened to a story, if you will.
Brick Johnson, how do you see this match going down? Do you still remember how to do analyst work?
Do you know how to actually host a show? Okay, there we go.
Well.
Yeah, I think the one that has the most to lose is the storyteller. Right now, I consider him kind of like the Kurt Angle of HSP. He's trying to put out some of his best work in every match right now that he has. Like, it feels like he's on borrowed time sometimes. He sometimes has good matches, sometimes bad, but lately he's been having good match after good match after good match. Yeah, the other two, they could go off in the sunset, come back, but the most to lose right now, because of how much he's building himself up, is a storyteller. But if you look at the pedigree of all three of them, I'm going to have to give it a 10-man. I mean, 10-man in these kind of situations has proven that he can come on top. It shocks people, but I really think it's going to be 10-man just by a point.
Okay. Blackheart, you got the final word on this. I mean, you faced every one of these guys. Who do you see walking away with the gold?
I'm hoping Storyteller, because we're not finished. But it's going to be a close one between Storyteller and Tin Man.
Okay. Well, you heard it here. That's going to be a big matchup. But let's move into another one here because we actually got him on screen and we didn't get to talk last time. And I'm talking about Prince Blackheart taking on Old School. Blackheart, how big of a challenge of this match is it for you to take on somebody like Old School?
Yeah. Yeah. He's taking on Old School.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Well, I'm not sure how to feel about it. Because... Okay, Marcus. Because at the end of the day, I've seen his work.
You have.
He can bring out some good work.
Oh, yeah.
But
wait a minute. You're saying nobody has seen your work? You're pretty much all over the world. So
I know I'm everywhere.
Nobody's seen your work. Everybody has fallen asleep as you work. So
yeah, but Old School has got a reputation that seems to precede him.
Okay.
Because I don't think he's actually that good.
Blackheart, can you speed things up? Your analyst work is just as bad as your promo skills.
Well, yours can't be that much better then. You hardly say anything.
Buddy.
So, John, let's start with you on this. Who do you feel is going to win this match?
Well, my issue is this. Old School's already a dinosaur as it is. Yes, him and his buddy beat me and 7 for the tag titles. But if Blackheart doesn't put him to sleep or pretty much bury him, I have to give it to Old School. It's just
Okay.
it's the guy knows how to promo, and he changes up his style no matter what. You think you're gonna get one thing, and then throws the curveball and puts out something different. So,
All right, storyteller.
I mean, who's old school but some gold guy that has a beard and decided to come into our house and hook up with the only other guy that's got a magnificent, glorious salt and pepper beard and decide, hey, we're going to call ourselves something to do with the beards, like it's their only defining factor. I mean, the guy's good.
Well, they got tag team titles there.
Yeah, that is something. That is something. But, you know.
What are you saying, huh, storyteller? The tag titles don't mean anything? Got you there.
Quite frankly, I want to see Prince Blackheart win this thing because he's been here since the beginning. But I don't think he has what it takes to beat old school. So there. How about that?
Okay. Tin Man.
Well, I guess I could give my answer like Prince Blackheart does. But I'm not going to do that because I would fall asleep myself. But yeah, old school. Old school. Like, what are we talking old school? Are we talking like 70s, 80s? Like, how old is his school? Because, I mean, he looks so dead dumb old. It looks like the only school he runs is like, post-stroke rehab for like senior citizens because that's about the only old school I can see him doing. I mean, it's really, if you think about it, it's basically, this is a geriatric match. This is for the senior citizens at the nursing home. And I remember
they you should be in it, Team Man.
the AARP match.
Prince Blackheart, I really hope that you're taking your meds right because you seem to have get a little bit of dementia. There wasn't too much longer ago that I was actually involved in a match with you and another old senior citizen who happened to lay the smack down on your old asymmetrical, wrinkly, sagging ass. I believe he went by the name of Jim Johnson. Anybody remember him? I do. I bet you don't.
I remember him.
Yeah, and I whooped both them little old fuckers back right to the nursing home. By the way, piano time is at 5 and pill call is at 6. Just so you don't forget Blackheart.
Feeling the love, Prince Blackheart. Tell us your
Well, if Prince Blackheart is going to bring that energy tomorrow night, he doesn't stand a chance against old school. I mean, old school's proven himself to be a pretty formidable opponent, I think.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Plus, he likes me.
Well,
someone actually liked you. Oh my God!
Shut up.
No, yeah, exactly. That's almost how I do it. A little more. A little more oomph.
Oh, sorry. I don't want to stay in Jersey all the time, okay? I don't want to deal with you all roughneck.
I know, because we have our teeth.
All 25 of mine are there. Shut your face.
Sorry about that.
Rick Johnson, you got the last word on this one.
Well, pretty much the only person that's been doing this longer than me is old school. We would have to see a new style or Prince Blackheart really step it up to be old school. I think this is going to be your toughest match today here in HSP. And that's really saying something since you've been here since the beginning. And I'm going to have to go with old school on this one. I mean, if you're putting out what you're doing tonight, he's going to just slaughter you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on, making sure I've got a little technical difficulties here. But we're going to go into one more match here before we go into commercial. and I want to talk about Brick Johnson against Gene fucking Emerson. Brick, do you really think you have a chance here?
No.
Yeah, I really do. Because you forgot one thing. We're former tag team partners. So you didn't really do all your homework. Now, did you? God, you're a dumbass sometimes. But you know what?
I did my homework.
After I
knew
take
you
care
were
of
tag
him,
partners.
I'm coming for you. That's who I'm really coming for. So it doesn't matter if I win or lose. I'm coming for you.
You're coming for me. Is that what you're thinking? Okay,
Yeah.
well, we heard that. Toaster, you know both these very well. How do you see this going down?
Rick has been showing me adversity.
Okay.
He's proven people wrong, I think, even with losses. If that makes sense.
And you got to remember, is I actually tied with 2 against 1 in a handicap against the cartel. The only reason I lost is from your fake phone call from Kyle.
That was not a fake phone call. That was Kyle telling me that you went over the time limit.
You were using your damn hand as a phone.
No, I had an
That wasn't a real
in.
phone.
That's what it's called. I mean, look, can't you see it? Look, it's right here. Look, see?
He's not allowed to use the phone.
Well, he is
After
now because he's back
after
on
the incident with Taiwan, he wasn't supposed to use the phone anymore.
Okay. Well, we also got somebody else backstage. Let's get his opinion. The Baba Yaga Vagabond.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how's it going? How are we doing?
How we doing?
Oh, we're
some
doing
gold
really,
there, I
really
see.
good.
That looks pretty.
Yes, it's one of my 2 titles. It's beautiful, ain't it?
It is. So,
I gotta say, I really like Vagabond. I mean, he is pretty much Tupac meets Dennis Rodman meets Dead Poets Society all in one.
Oh, that's a compliment.
Feeling the
Those are
love here
called
already.
compliments, gentlemen. Compliments.
Okay.
Can we have Tin Man back
Yeah,
now?
let's ask.
Hmm?
God. Oh, it's a hot one in here tonight. Baba Yaga, how do you feel about this match here we're talking about? We're talking about Gene Emerson taking on Brick Johnson.
Woo. Woo. Okay, so Brick, I know you got the dog in you. You gotta show it. Like, you absolutely need to bring that entire beast out for Gene Emerson, because I've seen Gene go up and down the circuit. The dude's pretty nasty when he wants to be, when he needs to be. You need to bring your A game, because if you don't, you might be another victim in the crippler's path to the top.
Wow.
Let's see.
Tin Man?
I'm going to just go ahead and throw it on out here to HSP familiarity, and I want to see Brick win. I just want to see him win.
Okay.
I don't care who it's against. I just
wanna
like
see
to
him
see
win?
Brick win. I would, because I would like to see. I would like to see. I would like to see more than just sweat be the only salty discharge coming out of him, because he cries and cries and cries, just like Villain every time he loses. I would love to see Brick win. I would.
Yeah, and the only title match you get is because you want to retire. That's the only title match you get.
Yeah.
So you have to throw that in there to get in front of everybody else that earns it, because you want to retire, so you get a title match. I mean, it's a safe way to say that you want to be done.
Yeah.
Well, unlike you, if I retire, I will come back because the fans want me to come back. Because someone wants a challenge from someone that actually is true of legendary status. I'm not going to go off and be some stupid analyst.
Oh boy.
That's okay. I chose my path. You choose your path.
Yeah, but I choose
Okay.
my path. It's not going to be based on the path of failure.
Okay.
Okay.
Storyteller, what do you got to say?
Mr. Emerson. Not too familiar with him, if I'm being honest. So, by that virtue, can't really form an opinion, but there again, sticking with my prior theme, Rick's been here for forever. Mr. Emerson's a new guy, so I got to go with Brick.
Okay.
Yeah, but you forget one thing.
Go ahead, Blackhorse.
Gene effing Emerson.
Yes.
He's the only person that I know that has had more heat that he had to leave for it to actually cool down. He can be one of the most hated promo artists going. And you should remember that, Brick Johnson.
Okay. So you're picking Gene there. John, you got the last word on this before we go to break here.
Oh, I know both guys really well. I beat Gene Emerson so bad that he ran off and he left an organization for a bit because I beat him. Brick, I have to actually echo the sentiments that Toaster said about you. You've impressed even with the losses, so it's going to be a close match. I'm actually I'm hoping for a coin flip because I don't see many coin flips in the show.
Okay. Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we'll bring our guests backstage on. Stay tuned.
Got the mind of a champion. Gonna get mine, I'm a champion. Got the mind of a champion. Get it cause I got it good. Did it cause I said I would. Got the mind of a champion. Gonna get mine, I'm a champion. Got the mind of a champion. Get it cause I got it good. Did it cause I said I would. I did it like I said it, yes, I'm the best. Every single day, put it to the test.
And we're back here. Welcome to Champion Showcase. Definitely that's coming up here in June. We're going to find out who's going to be in that. But let's bring on the man of the hour because this is some breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, Vice President Mayhem, the important one.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Great to see all you great competitors on the show here. Looking forward to watching Lions Roar 2. I'll say that right up front.
Okay.
But as you know, Champion Showcase, we did this last year. We're doing it again this year. Storyteller, you managed to win the gauntlets. Yes, there's the gauntlet. We have a couple of tiny changes this year. The matches will be 3 minutes. There's going to be matches to qualify. We're going to have a total of 8 people in the match. It is done live. The judges will be watching live. They will give us their results live, and we will take the loser out and put the next one up. And the last survivor gets the shot at the Pure Heart title at the Champion Showcase. The person with the most wins gets the shot at the Soulfire at the Champion Showcase. The one big change is the winner of the first person drawn will go first. Then the first winner gets to call the coin flip. That's how we're going to decide it instead of having the survivor gets to go second. So whoever wins gets to call the coin flip. All matches are 3 minutes.
Yes.
Now, we are going to have 2 matches announced tonight that will start our gauntlet qualifiers, and they will be on our April 6th show. So let's find out who the first 2 matches are, the first 2 people going into this match.
And if you're out there in the audience, you may want to tag these people. I don't have the capability to do it right now.
The first name drawn in the Gauntlet Year 2, and this is a big one right off the top, Gene Emerson.
Ooh, Gene's going in.
First name drawn. And who does he face on the 6th of April? He will face... Whoa. Mary Sue.
That's a landslide.
Oh,
whoa,
man.
whoa, 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 no. That can't be right. That bitch is dead.
No,
I took
no,
her
she
out.
is
No.
not. Actually,
She survived.
yes, yesterday she had contacted HSP headquarters. She is not in the best health, but she has contacted us, and she is eligible. She has now
I
served.
cannot
her
believe it. I got reverse Alec Baldwin. Son of a bitch.
Yes, you did. All right. So the second match. Who will be in the second match? The first person is Joey D. And who will Joey D be facing? Oh, this one here you guys will not be familiar with. We've had several people recently were given a contract. They
Depends on the
put
name.
their names in. The person chosen is somebody that is brand new. The Marvelous Masked Maniac, Triple M, will be making their
brand new
debut.
signee getting into this.
Making their debut in an attempt to get in the gauntlets.
Who the hell?
Oh man, a couple good matches there.
I've had
Yes,
some
and
names.
these
Nice to
matches,
see.
those matches, the qualifying matches will be the regular 3 minutes and 30 seconds. When you're on the gauntlet itself, those are the 3 minute matches, but the qualifiers are 3.5.
Who
So
the
there
hell
you
is the
have it,
marvelous
man.
Miss Mabel?
Well, now we know, folks. We got. I'm sorry.
Triple M, marvelous Miss Mabel. Who the hell is that?
The Marvelous Masked Maniac.
Masked Maniac. So villain whenever he doesn't show his face. Okay.
Well, it could be because he wore his mask in to sign his new contract, so it could be the villain.
Yeah.
We don't know who it is.
Yeah,
Could
we're
be the
not
villain, could be
exactly
the Phantom
sure.
of the freaking Opera. Who cares?
It could be Tin Man in a wig. Under a
Well,
mask.
this one was wearing a mask, so wasn't wearing a wig.
But there we go. We definitely got two of the qualifying matches. Those will be on the next show here. Thank you, important one.
Thank you, and we'll be having more drawings over the next few days to establish the matches for April 20th and May 4th.
Oh, wow. Yeah, a lot of
Yep,
big matches coming up here.
Yep, but I've got to go finish now with the legal department, the new scoring system that will take effect April 6th. I'm finishing the contracts, putting that new scoring system into everybody's contract. So I'm sorry I can't stay anymore.
All right. Well, you have a good day. Thank you, important one.
Yeah, I got to go talk to lawyers. That's not a good day.
All right. Well, we're back here, and yep, we already got the two drawings. Yeah, don't know who's going to be drawn out next. It's going to be a big deal. But let's move down the line here because we got a couple other people on here. I want to get to them. Let's get into Vagabond here taking on AEP. That's a pretty big matchup there. Winner getting a shot at the Soulfire Championship. Vagabond, first off, let me ask how you feel about AEP.
Okay, so I told him straight up that he's got the dog in him. He needs to show it more. He needs to stay focused on his opponent rather than the Secret Garden. But unfortunately, he's going up against me again. And the last time we faced off, we went at it in WGP, and I scorched him. But I want to see what he brings to the table. See if he can actually beat me this time around.
Yeah, you guys have met before. You ended up beating him. Soulfire Champ, how do you feel about this? Let's start with you. This is your title right now.
I mean, me and AEP, we got some skin in the game, so to speak. You know, for some reason, AEP brings out the excellence in people. People score 21s against him, and that's saying something about him as a performer. He's incredible to work with. Vagabond? I don't know. You're just a face on a screen to me. We haven't tangled yet. So, I mean, always wanting to tell a interesting story. Should I be holding the title when that time comes? I would rather face Vagabond. This is a challenge. But AEP, he's found his gear.
Okay.
He's always in the
Tell us,
title
Adamus,
picture.
how you feel. Okay. Tell us, Adamus, how you feel about this match. Who do you see going to fight the Soulfire champion?
Vagabond. I mean, plain and simple. You want the answer? That's my answer. I mean, but to elaborate a little bit, I mean, I agree with Storyteller. AEP has brought it. Everybody knows. Everybody notices it. You know, but like Vagabond says himself, a different breed. I'm going Vagabond.
Okay. Tim, man?
If you look at it from the perspective of, you know, class and ability and everything like that, it's kind of hard to really pick because you got two very qualified candidates here. But I would have to say, I think Vagabond will be the one going for it. And I say that primarily because I'm going to win. And I would absolutely enjoy defending a title against Vagabond because, as I've said many times before, Vagabond is like a poet when it comes to the promo world. Now, yes, I am complimenting you, but don't get a big head because I'll pop that son of a bitch real quick. Bring you right back down to planet Earth. But he is like a poet. And I would love nothing more than to stand up there in all black on a stage with a little bitty light on me and do some poetry against Vagabond, talking about bagels, cream cheese, carbs, I poop, the end. Because that's about the basicness of Vagabond's poetry right there. It's short, sweet, and simple and to the point. And even though sometimes Vagabond has this little, I don't know what you would call it. We'll call it CGI of something where he just burst out into this Nightmare Before Christmas type blue flame skeleton. I don't even know what you would call it. This weird animatronic beast. You know, it just, you know, it's like it's morphin' time. And then he just comes out looking like an evil jack-o'-lantern. Yeah. Your magic wouldn't be good enough for the intensity. I want to see what raw power Vagabond has. I want to see what kind of raw pattern that Vagabond has with all of this. And so I think Vagabond would be the winner. Also love the glasses, $12.99 at Earthbound. I know where you got them.
John, go ahead. You want to follow that? Go ahead.
I don't even know how to follow that one. I'm going to have to sit here and say, just like Brick, AEP has stepped up his game. It does, also to what Storyteller said earlier, it does take a special promo artist to also be able to help out your opponent as well as your opponent scores a 21. So, but I agree with everybody else as Vagabond is a different animal. He proves time and time again that you just can't really fully prepare to go against him either. So I'm going Vagabond.
All right. Brick Johnson, you've had both these men on your former show, you know, before you got canned and canceled on Conqueror TV. Who do you think's got this?
Well, it's the Demon versus the Garden. I mean, AP, he's doing well. He's rising. But I just don't think he's at that level of Vagabond. When Vagabond turns into the Demon, it's just something else that you can't you can't practice or see that it's coming. It just kind of comes out of nowhere. I mean, if he brings in Tony, maybe it might help him a little bit, but I really think it's Vagabond's time.
Well, the Tony factor, that's another one. We haven't been talking much about that. But let's get into the final match here we're going to talk about. And we're talking about the biggest match here on the card, the main event, the Fatal 4-Way. And we have one of the competitors here. We're talking about Toaster Damas. Toaster Damas, what is running through your mind right now?
Right now, I can answer that, actually. In HSP, especially, but in life, there's constants and there's variables. In the past 5-6 months, I've been the constant. I'm the workhorse, the pulse of HSP, if you will. I made my name known. I stated my claim from the beginning. The mission was the pure heart. The mission was A-list Alverson. The mission was to show it wasn't a fluke. So I ask you, HSP, who's always here? Where are the other guys?
Talking about Iron Bison, Shady McKenzie, Hollywood Haywood.
Where are they?
They're not on the pulse.
They are not on the pulse.
You hardly see them anywhere, do you? No. I made HSP what I've wanted it to be. Mine. And I plan on taking the Pure Heart Championship because I deserve it.
Not only that,
And not only that, when I do become champion, you're going to see things that you've never dreamed of.
He is here. Rockstar said Shady's in the building. You have anything you want to say to him since he's watching right now?
What I want to say to Shady, he'll listen and hear it tomorrow night.
Okay. Vagabond, you had stuff there.
well,
Who do you think's got this?
I think honestly, I do not know because everybody's gonna bring it. But to be completely honest, Toaster's got the strongest narrative going in because he wanted A-list Alverson. Hollywood took that opportunity away from him. And now he has all this unbridled anger, all this unbridled rage of literally every New Yorker pulsing, coursing through his veins that he's going to unleash in this match. And it's going to be brutal. That's going to be something very special to see. But then, on the flip side, you have Shady, who's got like a quiet, eerie intensity about him. He's got his own narrative going into this. He's a bit of a wild card. You don't know what you're going to get with this guy, especially when he comes on camera. It may seem like he misses the mark with his promos, but does he really miss the mark? Only to those that don't understand him.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Iron Bison, who got an upset, who's coming into this with a lot of momentum, saying it's his time, his era. It's the time of the Chaos Born, Iron Storm, Iron Bison. And then you have Hollywood Haywood, the defending Pure Heart champion, who's got a huge target on his back. as well as his head. Because if you don't aim for the head, what good are your bullets in the gun of which you've loaded, which is your mouth? It's going to be a very
God, Brick,
unpredictable,
let's
very
take some
chaotic
notes here.
match. Take some notes, everybody. We are
should take
about to
some notes.
see a masterclass of promo artistry in this fatal four-way pure heart title match.
God, he basically described it. Brick, you wish you had the talent of these four guys, don't you? I mean, you wish you had like half the talent there of them. You'd be decent promo artists. Who do you see winning this match?
Oh, that's a joke.
Well, the way I see it is, I don't know Shady that well. He's doing all right. Iron Bison, he's strong competitor. He beat me barely, but he beat me. Tonster is the one that's the most hungry, but you got to look at where the champion has been before he came here. He was the Soulfire champion. The only match he's lost was the title match, and then he came back and beat A-List. Not once, but he's beaten him twice, and now he's the Pure Heart champion.
Okay. So who are you going with?
I'm going with Haywood on this one.
You know, Haywood. John, you want to give us a pick there?
I'm going. I'm going to agree with Vagabond. It's going to be one heck of a match to watch. I'm thinking this is probably going to end up being the match of the night. But I'm going with probably my favorite promo artist right now in the HSP, and that is Tonstradamus.
A lot of picks on Storyteller. How you feeling? You hold gold. You know.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting match for sure. Could we see a new champion? I think it's a definite possibility. All four competitors are really top tier at the top of their game. Hollywood's got a proven track record here in HSP. He was the very first Soulfire champion. Held it for months. So I think he's the odds-on favorite because he's the Pure Heart champion. If anybody has got a chance of beating him, Tonster's on a roll. Barring the jab earlier, I think he would be an awesome champion.
Thanks.
Damn jabs, I'll tell you, those jabs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Tim, man, you got the last word on this one.
Well, let's see. Well, I don't want Haywood to continue holding it because he's bald-headed and he thinks he's privileged and he thinks he's the first greatest thing under, this roof since sliced bread. And I think it's about time someone just knock him down. Like, he's been up there too long. It's time for him to bring his little ugly ass back down here to earth and start out being humble again and then earn his way back up at top instead of just, achieving greatness like a graduation present. And then, of course, Iron Bison, I mean, who really cares? He's from the other side of the pond.
Haywood's only held the title for 28 days come tomorrow.
Exactly. And he's got a big head about it.
Is that too long? Okay.
I'm just saying, he's got a big head about it. Anytime he does something, his head just blows up to the size of the Goodyear blimp. Iron Bison is like the British Bulldog of HSP. Who really cares? Like, honestly, who cares? I don't. You don't. Tonster don't. Nobody even cares. Vagabond didn't even recognize him in the hallway yesterday. So, there's that. And Shady. I mean, Shady? Really? I mean, yeah, he does look a little shady. He does look a little suspect. But come on, he's 6'2", 190. How much shade can he really provide? None. Not at all. So, yeah, I got to say, coming out on top, based on looks, charisma, and talent, I do believe Tonster is going to win this. And I think he's going to win it not because he has an advantage. I think he's going to win it because he deserves to win this match.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Oh boy. Well, we heard it all there, folks. Let's get into final thoughts. And hell, while we're at it, go ahead, Tim, man. Give us your final thoughts here for this big triple threat Soulfire match.
Okay. My final thoughts. Well, let me start off by saying this. I've taken on some very challenging opponents, and I've lost to some opponents that I wouldn't really have thought I would have ever lost to, and it's been surprising to me before. Because sometimes you do everything you got and it's not enough, and then sometimes you just have to let people win. Mary Sue. But in reality, never start a fight.
Did you let Rig win too?
Who?
Rig?
Did you let
Oh, I'm
Rig
sorry.
win?
I don't think we're supposed to be talking about people that don't count here no more. Stay within your contract briefs there, Brick. But never start a fight unless you're sure you can win. Yeah. Think about that for a second, villain. Think about that, storyteller. There's more than one way to win. And villain, I mean, come on, you're putting your career on the line. What career? Like, honestly, what career are we talking about here? I mean, if you really think about it, if you want to chalk up a career between us all, you got storyteller there, the DiGiorno pizza, a promo artist. Big whoop. And then you have me, the Tostino's pizza. I come in a 4-pack. I can feed multiple people. You're a fucking hot pocket, dude. That's it.
Okay.
Greasy, bad for you, burn people's tongues, and that's about all you can do is burn people's tongues. You're just like a little prick that slowly just pisses everybody off. And storyteller. You're old, you're weak, you're decrepit. And I say this, and I hope everyone listens. I want everyone in admin to listen. I want everyone in the locker room to listen. I want all the judges in the promo universe to listen to what I'm saying. And I want everybody in HSP to listen. Because anyone here that holds gold, especially Soulfire, that is the face of your company. That is your leader in the promo universe within the company. And right now, storyteller, one of your primary leaders, had to sit down and put his belt down because he cannot stand the weight, the responsibility, or the pride of being a Soulfire champion. You weak son of a bitch. You're supposed to be holding gold. You're supposed to be a champion. You stand your little bony ass up. You hold that title on your shoulders like a champion is supposed to be. And shave off that ridiculous beard. Look like a fucking beatnik. There's your intensity. Bring more than that tomorrow night, and you might survive.
Oh, Jesus. Storyteller, you want to give your final thoughts?
Might be a good idea for me to remain silent right now. Tin Man, don't let your mouth cash a check it ain't ready to fucking cash. I will drive out to Louisiana right fucking now. I'm done. I will see you tomorrow night, and we'll see what happens then. I am the storyteller. I am now, right now, I am the Soulfire champion. So you can just shut the fuck up, and after tomorrow, you're gone.
Woo! All right. Oh fuck! He ended broadcast. Hey,
Oh, did I make someone's chain too hard?
John, go ahead and give your final thoughts. I heard something snap on the screen.
Oofa. That's I think Tin Man got somebody a little upset.
I think he did. John, you got final thoughts? Go ahead.
We're gonna see what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Okay. Rick Johnson, you got any final thoughts on your match?
I already said enough. I think Tin Man said enough. I think we just have to end it there. I don't think you could really go past those two.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
Oh, he's back. He's got a cigarette in his mouth. Oh,
I
boy.
mean, I think it's going to be entertaining. The whole card's going to be entertaining up and down. That's it for me.
All right. Baby Yaga, last words, final thoughts.
My final thoughts. I just recently came out of a very successful title defense at a brand new pay-per-view named after yours truly at WGP Verbal Violence, where I defended this baby successfully and retained clean sweep. And AP was nowhere to be found. Not after the second hype I dropped, where I held two of my babies up at the same time, showing him that he will never have one of these, or a legitimate title, only a paper title, because he forgets that he's going one-on-one against a different breed, the Baba Yaga, the Vagabond. Simply put, just like I said before, I will burn down your garden for real. Hearing the screams of your little plants and whatever else is in there that gave you such a delusion of grandeur, thinking you even had a chance against me and whatever little demon that you're going to bring to the table. Because you will realize, just like everybody else will realize in due time, that when you go up against the God, you will change forever. And sometimes I may lose, but do I really?
Toaster Thomas, you got the last word. Any final thoughts?
You know, he just said something. He when he loses, you know, I can't lose this one. All the pressure would be on a guy like Haywood right now, being the champion against three other guys.
Mhm.
I've opened my big mouth for 5 months. All the pressure's on me. And that's all my doing. I have only one option. That's to bring it home. Stone Saddam is this time.
Okay. Well, you hear it
Why are
here,
you being
folks.
so
Big Show.
emotional like a commencement speech?
Because the Pure Heart title is the title in promo land. It is everything. You see, Storyteller, he called his belt a thing to start this show. A thing! To me, the Pure Heart is everything. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, bitches.
Oh, boy. Well, you hear it here, folks. Get ready to tune in tomorrow. Lions Roar 2, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm Dr. Quack, and we'll see you at the show. Let's see Britt get his ass kicked.